disappointed in my first race that it wasn't a true individual experience, and that's what I get here. This was my 5th race that I ever did, and I just fell in love with it because it was from the start to the finish. I'm out there by myself, pushing myself, and going at my own pace, and it's just such a tough course. And I mean, we had a beautiful day yesterday. I mean, a flat swim, no wind, but it's just still such a super tough course. You know, when I'm racing in Europe and the road surface is perfectly smooth and I can come off the bike and run a 3-hour marathon, but I just can't do that here because my legs are just toast and I'm just sort of like a floating head. And it's extremely grumpy floating head. Yeah, congratulations to everyone that decided to do this race and truly test yourself. I firmly believe that this, you know, life is a rocky path, and doing a race like an I distance takes you through highs and lows, and it's just definitely going to help you in your life experience. Well done for these girls out here pushing me all day. I'll just briefly talk about the top 3. Laura, my Purple Patch teammate, second I distance race, just absolutely great out there all day in the on the bike, and if I'd fallen apart on the run, she definitely would have caught me out there. Just a superb effort. Michelle, so good to have you back racing again. She's an Ironman champion, and she just looks superb out there on the bike, just fresh as a daisy. I was getting a bit worried, but yeah, well done, and I wish you all the best in Ironman Port Macquarie coming up soon. And what can you say about Simone? I mean, she should be up here getting this award. I mean, doing the coast to coast last weekend, her first coast to coast. Coming second last week and then backing up with this race. It's just incredibly tough. Real inspiration, Simone. You are. Thank you to all the volunteers for helping us through that race. You know, when I get to each run, I'm sort of like about to die, and I get a little bit more water and can get to the next one. Thank you so much. Yeah, well done for everyone that achieved yesterday. Thank you so much.
I'm at St Andrew's College in Christchurch. Was an elite swimmer for a long time at an age group level, but that doesn't often mean too much. Most of the time, elite swimmers really struggle in terms of coming from a swimming background and getting into weight-bearing sports. Very hypermobile, very sort of soft tendons, and it takes a lot of time to develop. He came onto the scene and not much of a cyclist and could barely run, but would always leave to swim out of the water. And for 10 years he would travel the world chasing the Olympic distance, trying to be part of New Zealand's high performance program, and slowly became more of a bit of a training partner and a little bit of a training hack for some of our best. And when he wasn't being funded, he still found a way to get overseas to races right around the world. And I had the privilege of having him up in Europe back in 2007, 2008 with the high performance program up there. And as I said, it was 3 years ago this was going to be his last race. And he thought, I'm going to have a crack at this and I'm going to throw it in. And that day, he had a breakthrough victory here, a remarkable day. And suddenly, all those hard years where you wake up with hopes are high and you come home most days and those hopes are shattered. But you do just hang on to those good moments, that one training session, that one good race where it all comes together and you think, you know what, I'm capable of it, or I couldn't have done it today. And he learned how to lose along the way, and I think that's really important if you want to learn how to win. Last year, it's an even more difficult job winning it and then defending it. You've got your target on your back, you're the benchmark, everybody's coming after you. And there is pressure with that, not everybody handles it. And he put the perfect performance together last year, swim, bike and run. He said it was perfect. And then this year, he turned up for the 3rd time. And at the press conference, he had Braden Curry sledging him. Braden was telling him how good he was feeling. Really, really, really good, apparently. Really good. And again, in these conditions, probably that course swim record was going to go, and it did go. And he got out on the bike, and he did what he did last year. He let off the bike, except this time, he had a guy by the name of Dougal Allen, pretty much on his shoulder. How do you respond to that pressure? Last 2 years, things have gone my way. I've sort of been able to dictate. No one's dictating to me. But he just put his head down and he just controlled what he could control. And once again, he came up trumped. And he just demonstrated, reinforced that just hang in there, that passion, desire and a bit of belief is the greatest ingredient any athlete can have. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to put your hands together for the guy who for the 3rd straight year has won this race. He does it with such humility. He is so humble, one of the nicest guys you'll meet in the sport. In a time of 8 hours, 37 minutes and 14 seconds, Dylan McNeice.
Absolute animal. Every time I saw him, he was just on the bike, just smashing himself and chasing hard. And on the run, I heard he was putting a few seconds into us each kilometre to start there, and that was after a huge performance last week at the Space Coast to Coast. So, Braden, legend. Carl probably would have got 30 if he had a better haircut. Courtney, absolutely solid out there. He's been around forever, and to see him still going, gives me a bit of hope, and that was a great performance. Dougal, he's an absolute bastard. I even told him that in the T2 changing tent when he rocked in. I was like, why? Why are you doing this to me? And honestly, just an absolutely amazing performance. Keep working on that swimming and you'll probably ride 420 next year. And that might be enough, I think, next year. To the girls, Gina, Laura and Michelle, amazing effort out there. Gina, 6 wins. You could have got second again, give me a bit more chance of catching up. To the half guys, Hannah and Craig, awesome work. We'll see you in a few years, no doubt, in the full distance. I think it was Anne and Liam. You guys are, the biggest part of the sport. Just the adversity you face. Anne every day, and Liam, 60 kgs is just absolutely incredible. So great to see you guys out there and giving it a crack. Volunteers, absolutely amazing out there. I only dropped 1 bottle and that was probably my fault. Sorry to the girl at the last aid station. Dougal was 30 seconds behind me and I didn't want to slow down, and she gave a little scream as I came flying towards her. I also want to thank my bike. It had a bit of a clip going, it sounded like a clap, so I pretty much had my own support crew the whole way. It was an amazing day out there. Can't ask for a better weather day. Obviously to Vix and the crew, this race just, you can't fault it. The organisation is just so spectacular. And yesterday the supporters out on the course was unbelievable. Aubrey Road, I've never seen it sort of so busy the whole way, and everyone, sorry for passing you, but everyone that I passed, go Dylan, it was absolutely incredible. To my sponsors, they're amazing, they help me get here and perform the way I do, so thanks to them. Family and friends, it's honestly, it's that hometown feel, that hometown advantage they speak of that really does make the most difference. It just keeps you pushing, and I was really struggling that last 20 kilometres of the run, and same old story. Dougal, you bastard, just slow down. And no, but seriously, super stoked to get to the finish line first, and look forward to next year, and hopefully we can see you all again for the 10th anniversary. So, cheers.